Welcome back, YouTubers, to my everyday encounter on another fun recipe. Sorry for taking so long about these learning disability series, basically, because it's come to light that I've felt to share in my heart to actually encourage and support you all, and also to give you just enlightenment on how to deal with people with different learning disability styles and needs, so that hopefully when you do work alongside with others around you, that you have a better understanding and clarity, so that we be able to manage these different people that are different, obviously, in this day and age. In the last piece, I was just talking about briefly, like in the title, shows how it's done in the learning disability, which is the introduction, about how, we go about it. As we know, it can be difficult for some people that are teachers, lecturers, professors, that they may be lacking of understanding, know-how and whatnot. So here I am to share you my life experiences, as well as hopefully some tips and guidance, along the way, for you all to understand how it's done with people with different learning styles, techniques and methods, so that you'll be able to make things a breeze between you and have a happy, healthier environment, as well as just a happy, healthier student that knows and feels that they're appreciated and wanted in the class, even if they may be labelled as disruptive or too hard to understand, too hard to teach, too hard to just, get them to learn the sets habits that you've put in place. And part 2 is, I'm addressing to you all now, is how to identify a student with a learning disability. As you know, we need to remember number 1 is identify them one by one as a person, or observe them one by one in ways on how they are engaging and actually focusing their sole attention on you, as well as interacting in class. This is important because obviously the behaviours and thought pattern traits of anyone with a learning disability will be different. Some may, as I said, stim, some may tap their fingers, click their fingers, or click their pens to a point, tap the fingers on that, and they get bored so easily, they'll start doing stuff that will cause some disruptive motion, and then you'll tend to treat them the wrong way by just sending them out the door and then never to return. I've seen this in some cases in the past of some teachers think to a degree that they'll just do it anyway, and I've seen far worse after that too, which I don't wish to disclose. Number 1, obviously, of this part is, instead of asking yourself how smart is he or she, revert that question and ask and think to yourself, how is she, he smart? Number 2, understand and rewrite the learning profiles of a student. Find out what type of learning styles and methods that they use, or that they are, be it visual, for example, or be it that they're tactile, they're hands-on, be it basically they've got a memory so good that they have a photographic memory to a point that they don't need like pictures or notes, because once you sit in class, they'll revert back to you, sort of thing. Because many of the ones that I has that high attention detail span, or how shall I say it, basically high above average IQ level, some of us will repeat back to you that what we have heard you say out of the mouth, maybe word for word. Some of us will be good at that, and even though many teachers think just because we're not paying attention, because we're not writing it down and just want to throw our books away, it's not always the case. Some of us may still, to a point, write notes down and diagrams, but that's okay. You got to question yourself too, and this is there any students with learning attention disorders, be it ADD, ADHD, or any other, learning attention disorders? If so, question yourself, how can I change this lesson to suit their needs and create a breakthrough for that child to succeed and learn at the same time? Number 3, differentiate the instructions. What I mean is, here you got to question yourself, how can you reach the child that has the different needs of learning style, learning behavioural patterns and whatnot, and that they are unique to you, to actually present them to the classroom of those students with that learning disability or whatever it may be. This is the key to success. However, you've got to be in mind between you and the student, because obviously success is important, even though, as I've noticed, that with some of us with the learning disability, some of us are slow learners, some of us are fast learners, some of us may trail behind to a point where, we get left behind. But as I said so many times before, if we allow flexibility to a point, then we should be fine. Number 4, classroom management techniques. This is important to create a strong structural learning environment for the student, as well as basically a safety net for students with the learning disabilities. In saying this, basically having ADD, ADHD is classed as being gifted, and that people with this are antisocial. However, many people think that being ADHD label or the ADD label that they're antisocial, be it also sometimes with some other learning disabilities or just the conditions that I've been addressing to you with mine and the like, that, you know, we're antisocial but we're not. We're trying to fit in to blend in like anyone else, you know, trying to fit in the puzzle somewhere. Where do we fit in? How we're going to click, how we're going to, you know, be able to do what we can do just to, you know, think some of us to the point will go to the point of extremities to please everyone, to the point where it exhausts us, as well as when it comes down to, as I said so many times before, social energizing tank will just run empty so quick. And sometimes with these people that are gifted with ADD, ADHD and the like, some of them are inside their own heads, as well as doing things that they are doing, things that they are classified as being normal, which might not mean it's normal to you. And it might not suit to you guys for say in a way where, you know, it should be done, sort of thing, which is done right upsetting. So yeah. Another one is obviously is like, and later on in the piece is the gift of learning, which is part 3 of the learning disabilities, or so to speak, you know, what they're showing us, sort of thing. So, and all for the do, give me the thumbs up, the like, pretty much, for as well as for the support. Basically give me a comment below or what have you, so we can interact with one another, because I'm hoping sometime soon to actually, as I said, collab with a few people that has been in touch with me, which I need to get in touch with. Private message me on Facebook if need be, either that or just by private messaging me just for someone to talk to, or just maybe a topic that you feel in your heart that you feel will be right fit for me to express and explain or share on my journey with AS and all that, of what's going on around me, you know, who knows, you know. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe as well, share the videos and the links to my channel to your family and friends. So, and all for the day before I go, have a good day, have a good week, what have you, and I'll see you all soon. Welcome back, YouTubers, to my everyday encounter on another fun recipe. Sorry for taking so long about these learning disabilities.